Do you want to feel not bad? Hello, I'm Stephanie Michelle, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about feeling not bad. So, I was meeting with a client the other day, and she said something that struck me. When we were going over a gratitude list, she said, "Okay, I'm grateful for work." And we began to deduce, okay, why do you feel grateful for work? And she said, "Well, now that I'm back in the office, I feel like I'm not alone." And we paused and I asked, when you envision the statement, not alone, what is the visual image? What is the picture that you see? It became clear that, there's an image of someone who's alone, but that's not it. This illustrates our subconscious mind. This is a tactic from NLP that you may or may not be familiar with, but yes, supply also goes into this. It's this idea that what we think of, whether we're using positive terms, like let's say, I'm feeling connected versus I'm feeling not alone. What do you picture in your mind when you think of being connected? When you think of being not alone? So essentially, what NLP states is that our brain doesn't know the difference. We can use a qualifier. We can say very alone, not alone. But the subconscious mind, all that it's picking up on is the key word there, alone. This is something to hone a greater awareness of because you're probably doing this all the time without even realizing it. It's subconscious. It reverts back to that classic instance. Don't think of a purple elephant. And then you're thinking of the purple elephant, and then you're like, oh, okay, don't think about that. I'm going to release it from my mind. Or let's say, don't think about the fact that they haven't gotten back to you, that person that you reached out to. Don't think about it. It's much more effective to instead direct our focus on what we want, particularly in a gratitude practice. So, do you ever find yourself using these words, making these pictures in your mind that are not what you want without realizing it? And we can actually flip it and reverse it and use this to our advantage when we're talking about things that maybe we don't like. So, for example, when describing your emotional state, you can choose to describe it. Let's say that you're feeling down in the dumps so bad. Maybe you don't use those words. Maybe instead you say, I am not feeling connected right now. I am not feeling happy right now. This isn't to say only use positive terms exclusively, because then who are you kidding? You're lying to yourself. But taking pause and asking, am I giving more attention to these positive terms or negative terms, regardless of what's actually happening in your life? This isn't to say that you're telling yourself everything is great when it's not, but you're flipping the script. You're deciding to use positive words regardless of whether you're saying very or not. And this is going to take some practice. It's not necessarily something that, and who knows, maybe you're already doing this. So take a moment next time a thought creeps into your mind, whether you are celebrating something, whether you are acknowledging some emotions you don't love, and let me know, is this true for you? Do you typically make pictures in your mind that go along with that root word. Most of us do, but I'd love to hear about your experience with this and maybe even a positive statement that you'll begin to infuse into your gratitude journaling. So, share if you're going to begin to implement this skill, this tactic, and let's say that you've already been doing it or you're revisiting this channel because you're like, wait, I have been doing that. Then go ahead, let us know how it's going. Have you experienced a shift in your emotional state? Chances are, yes. Chances are you absolutely are feeling better now that you have a greater awareness of this simple yet so effective tactic tip that will change it all for you. All right, so go ahead and make sure that you like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Again, I am Stephanie Michelle. Until next time.